Exciting start to the day, because today is the first of the glorious gravel events of the year. Whereas as things stand, we might be looking for a different accommodation. From the body language of Ian and the body language of the site manager, it's not going very well. So I might be sleeping in the trailer tonight. Exciting start to the day, because today is the first of the glorious gravel events of the year, and I spent most of the morning faffing about the camera, whereas Ian, on the other hand, started doing some prep work. Say hello. Didn't say anything. So the current plan of action is we have to load the car and the trailer with all the bikes, all the expo stuff, and everything we're going to need for the weekend at Glorious. And then we're heading down to Cannock, which is the first one of the year. Which should be really good, and fingers crossed it's going to be dry, because there's nothing worse than the first event of the year being absolutely soaked and wet. So let's get packed. But
I've got jackets and everything just hanging up.
yeah. Downside of a new trailer is we end up filling it with a lot of bikes. Go and get the award. And the new one. Are we loaded yet? So that's just pretty much loaded now. Just got my bike to put in, because hopefully I'll get to ride at some point. So the idea being, with the Glorious Gravel series, is they're such good events, and we really enjoy going to them. And also, it's our customers, right? It's having fun and going around the UK, enjoying the gravel scene, and just getting out there and having some fun. So this is the first one of the season for us. We've been desperate to get out and do some events, and yeah, we're absolutely buzzing to get out there and do one. But the idea being that we have now a full events calendar for the year that shows everywhere where we're going to be. If you don't look up to Gateshead to try a bike, then now you've got a list of where we're going to be. We'll probably be within about an hour's drive of most of the UK. Far into Scotland, we might be reaching. Far southwest, we might be reaching a little bit. But this event is just north of Birmingham, so yeah, no reason not to come along. You have a look on the website, Vielo.cc, and that'll show you exactly where we're going to be for each event. So I need to get my bike in, tidy up this lot, and then let's hit the road. We are trucking along. Thankfully, it started raining after we finished loading, which is a treat.
Cruise control, 60 miles an hour.
Yeah. So it's showing 2:30, 3 o'clock. By the time we get there, we'll start doing the setup, and then that'll be it. Get ready for tomorrow. But at the moment, it's very loud and very wet. So this is a good start. We've just arrived at the our accommodation for the evening, which happens to be a lovely little caravan site not far from the venue for tomorrow. But it's become apparent very quickly that you're not allowed to park anywhere near the caravans. Now, according to the people that we booked it through, parking was available on site next to the vans, and when we've actually got here, the owner of the caravan site has informed us in no uncertain terms, can't park here. So the only place we can park is somewhere else away from the actual accommodation. The problem with that is we've got a lot of bikes with us and a lot of stuff, and I don't like the sound of that, which is why we booked this venue rather than a hotel or somewhere else like that. So we are now looking at options as to how we can get in and out of here when we need to. From the body language of Ian and the body language of the site manager, it's not going very well. So I might be sleeping in the trailer tonight. However, if we do happen to have a heart attack, at the very least there is a repurposed telephone box that has a defibrillator in it, which isn't something you see every day. There's a lot of shrugging of shoulders and waving of hands as not my problem, mate. The joys and the behind the scenes of being on the road. Not everything is as smooth as it seems, which is why we're doing these, because we do all sorts of events and shows and exhibitions, and although when you get there on show day and you're in a, like let's say the NEC, and everybody's stands are pristine and glistening, I often don't think there's any idea as to how much work goes in behind the scenes to actually get to that stage, because it can be months of work for some of the huge brands that have massive exhibitions and the staff getting to and from the show, the logistics of getting into the shows at certain times. So, it's Friday at 3 o'clock now. We are 5 minutes away from where the Glorious Gravel event is going to be happening. And the idea is we come down on the Friday, we set up the tents and the tables and all of the heavy goods. We set all of that up so we're on display, because the rides start from 8 a.m. on Saturday morning and Sunday morning. And if we can break the back of the work tonight, that means tomorrow morning we've only got about an hour's worth of work to display all the bikes and then be chatting to customers and see people as they arrive and things like that. Whereas as things stand, we might be looking for a different accommodation, which wouldn't be good. I am going to put a new jacket on because it's a bit chilly. What do we think of this? New Columbia gear for exhibitions. You'll see a lot more of it because we've got absolutely loads, which is superb. But it's just nice to have some proper gear. I've lost Ian. He's gone that way somewhere and he hasn't come back yet, so let's see what happens. He's back. Well, have we got accommodation or have we not?
No, we've got accommodation. It's how we just park this thing up.
What have they said?
How we do it. You on camera.
Because it's funny. What's the point in not having behind the scenes stuff and not talking about the stuff that happens? Alright then, where are you at?
So yeah, the gentleman who owns the site that we booked, or I booked anyway, the accommodation through Ho Seasons, who are obviously just an agent for the people who look after the site. And we cannot take the car and the trailer and park it outside of the caravan because there's not enough space. This barrier that's here opens earliest at 7:30 in the morning, so even if we could,
that's not going to work. We'll be on site for at least 6:30.
There's that. So the only option that we've got is to leave it in the car park around the back there.
Right, I don't like that. Mind Bambi down there.
Oh, loads of them.
I mean, it's obviously quite a raucous area because there's about 50 Bambis around. That's absolutely insane. Problem solved. Change caravan. Trevor sorted us out, not me, other Trevor from the site, with a different van which is overlooking where the car park is, so that'll be fine. Now I get to watch Ian on camera reversing the trailer out of a tight space. It's dead easy because we've got new caravan, new camera system.
It's like tapping your head and patting your stomach.
Yeah, it's so cool. Shows you 3D 360 of the trailer and everything else like that. But now, we'll probably cut to us going and doing the setup bit that we need to do. Moving the truck and trailer so we can get it in the gap over here and get set up. See how he does. We're halfway done. Yeah, so the reason we do this bit is because it takes a lot of stress out of tomorrow morning. If most of the riders are away at 8 o'clock they start, we need to be on site from probably an hour and a half beforehand. It's just a nice chilled environment. Absolutely stunning area. One last job before we get to go and get something to eat. To be honest, I'm hungry. I haven't really done much. Got to clean that off. Be 50 quid for you, mate. Alright then. Shiny clean. Pub.
Oh.
Who's pub? Home for the evening, or for 2 nights actually. cupboard, toilet. Oh, sport for choice for me. Check that out. There's the deer. Pub? Dinner?
Definitely. About a mile away, I think.
You know when I said the pub was a mile away? It is. It's just... It's not an easy mile. Sort of walking down a grassy path in the dark sort of mile on a single carriage road that's 40 mile an hour and we're in black. That sort of mile. I'm not walking through the woods in the dark on the first event of the year. Made it to the pub. Didn't die on the road. Gotta get back yet though. I didn't film any of the food. It's really nice though. I'm going back tomorrow. We are currently back at the car just before we go back to the caravan. Get some sleeps, but Lisa has organised a special treat. What have we got?
Apple crumble, homemade.
I'm very full though, but we'll try. You could always keep till tomorrow. Yeah, early start for tomorrow. What time are we getting up? 6? 5? Ugh. Things we do to bring you guys gravel bikes.
Yeah, man, we love it.
It's a bit like witchy when you're going in the woods at 10 to 6 in the morning on a Saturday. Yeah. Let's go and set up then. It's proper dark and everybody's still asleep. But I'm gonna get all the bikes out and set it up because in about an hour and a half everybody else is going to be here to go and start their ride for the day. It's almost there. Still feels weird being loud. But we are pretty much set up. It is 6:45, we've got 45 minutes. The sun is just coming up in the background there. You probably can't see. But it's fresh, it seems like 17 degrees. Not having up shorts on. White legs! Concentrating.
Neither to you as you.
quick briefing. We are following pink signs around the route today. So everyone's set off for the morning for their ride. We've got some lovely people existing customers that we got to see today, which was cool. And then some new customers, some guys that are looking to get some of the bikes that we've had on today. But now we've got about a 2-hour lull where 2 to 3 hours where the first group start to come back from the shore loop, where we tend to just sit and keep warm with the coffee. But also, you might have seen on the website there is a chat button that takes you straight through to a live chat, and then rather it being like an AI bot or like a frustrating automated machine, it actually comes through to Ian and I. So while everybody's out, that gives me a couple hours just to reply to people as they're asking questions about useful tips and tricks and things like that, or inquiries on the bikes that they might be thinking of purchasing. So Tom, for example, is just looking for his manuals, which we can send him the links to straight away. Well, that is pretty much us done for Glorious Gravel Cannock Chase. And to be honest, it was really nice to get the first one of the season underway. It's been super busy. Yesterday was busier than today. We had lots of really nice people to talk to. It's just good fun to be out and hanging around and enjoying just being outside with the bikes and talking to people and finding out what they're riding and stuff like that. I know Ian and I both really enjoy the customer-facing events because we're based in Newcastle and we speak to people on the phone or by email all the time. But coming to an event, you really get a feel for what people are riding, what they're enjoying, what the trends are, what people know about the brand, and then also learning where the fun bits are to go and ride the bike. So yeah, it's great fun. So now we have I think it's probably about an hour to pack everything down. And then on our way home, we've got to drop the bike off to the gentleman that picked up one of the sale bikes that we had. So yeah, the first weekend of the season, really good. And the next one we're at is in the Peaks, so another 2-day event. We'll do it all again next weekend. Job done. Clean, tidy. Nothing left. These boys will be away in 5 minutes as well. And everything will pretty much stay in the trailer until next weekend, which is good. So now we've got to drop a bike off to a customer. And then it's about 4 hours back to Newcastle, as long as the traffic's decent to us. Everybody's trying to play Jenga. Right. It's the road. So we are about halfway home, trucking back quite nicely with the rig. It's all going all right. And we decided to stop for a quick break. But also, we do have a tradition on the road with getting something to eat.
Hot and heavy healthy food, KFC, a milkshake. Get in.
And just like that, back office, Vielo HQ. It's very late. Well, it's not actually that late. It was a decent run back, to be fair. Yeah, so I'm gonna get home, see the family, and we will be back on the road next weekend. Fingers crossed for the same weather, because that would be absolutely incredible. And we'll have more test rides and fun with Glorious Gravel. Hopefully this has been worth watching and interesting. We're going to do some more of these types of things. We've got the NEC show, we've got some other exciting events, like really different, super elite event coming up, which will be full of supercars and other things. Should we say goodnight to Ian? Say goodnight. Home! Right, bedtime.